The Duel in the Dome, Game 3, just about underway, and it's the battle between D1 and D2, the Lincoln Trojans and the Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack. It's the DJ Trev Entertainment pregame show. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and by my side, it is Lauren Goodman. Thank you for being here for all 6 games with me, Lauren, and of course, you being here as well.
Man, it's an awesome environment. I always love seeing the teams closer to home. Wolfpack right in the neighborhood, as well as Lincoln and Stockton. Great ball clubs. I've been able to cover both of them in the last, couple years. So they're growing programs. Obviously, Lincoln with its prestige and the top players that have been there. I know Boyd last year went to San Diego State. So got a real regroup on both ends. And then also for Wolfpack, young group recovering. I know a couple years ago they were able to take down that big Sheldon team that was loaded of D1 kids. So growing programs, developing. This is going to be a great preseason matchup.
Both of these teams coming in with perfect records, so somebody is going to get their first loss today, and no better place than the Duel in the Dome at Columbia College. Lincoln 5-0, West Campus, Bay Vista, Granite Bay, Antelope, and Turlock, all 5 wins, and they played just 2 days ago at home against Turlock. That was a 61-49 victory for them. On the other hand, the Wolfpack 3-0, they don't have that much experience compared to Lincoln, of course, with 2 extra games, but all 3 victories, 70-30 against Burbank, 83-37 against Buhack Colony, and then 71-46 against Kennedy. So this is going to be the biggest game for the Wolfpack that they've had in just their first 4 games. Starting lineups for today, Lauren, do you want to take us through that?
For the Wolfpack, we got Jay Washington coming in, the 6-foot junior, Manny Gonzalez, Daniel Jones, Henry Hill, and Kendall Brown. Nice length for Cosumnes Oaks, and the Wolfpack really got to come out strong. Okay, this is a good part for them, coming out strong because Lincoln is the test, especially coming from where we're coming from. Lincoln of Stockton has been one of the prestigious programs in the SJS, and getting a win against them definitely has significant meaning.
For the Trojans, they have 3 scores in double digits, and not only just double digits, but 2 of them are close to 20 points per game. That's the sophomore Lindsay at 18.8, and then their leading scorer, the sophomore as well, Moore, who has 19.3 points per game. And that was through 4 games, and not all 5. We couldn't quite get the ones from their last game against Turlock, but they only put up 61 points, which was the least amount of points that they've had in a game. Lincoln wins the tip here, and we're off for the game between perfect and perfect so far, and I assume it's going to be that way until the very last second.
Yep.
Lincoln from 12 feet out, goes up and over, not fazed by the defense, and drops in the first mid-range bucket.
No hesitation. And they come out in their token press, traditionally known by Lincoln and Coach Matthews over there.
The Wolfpack in a similar situation offensively. They don't have such as high scores as that one. Going straight to the rack is Jay Washington, the 6-foot junior guard is what we can call him, as Lincoln misses that one in transition, but the double team stopping the Wolfpack and finally get it out, but only a few seconds to meet that timeline, and they finally do. Wolfpack scoring-wise, 19 points per game from the junior Hill, 10 from Gonzalvo, the junior, and Washington, 15 points per game. So pretty similar offensive matchup statistical-wise and on paper. Sometimes we see that, and then all of a sudden it's like, how did this team just get blown out by 90 points? And, well, paper isn't always the truth. 3 ball from 35, Taylor Bryant Frey, one of the seniors. And you said it's been a junior showcase so far through the 2 games, but Taylor Bryant Frey might have heard that and said, no, it's going to be me. I'm a senior, and this is my game.
Well, Bryant Frey's been a part of this program for a really long time. He works really hard. Him being one of the feature players this year is a very different position for him, but he has the experience that gives Lincoln an advantage in a ball game like this. Did you see him pulling another one?
That one goes short, and we always have to say it per game just to let the fans know, but the dark black line, yes, it's a 3 ball if you shoot behind it, but you still have 18 inches in front of that to shoot. And there is a blocking call. I thought he possibly got there in time, but you're already shaking your head no at me.
Too deep. This is the difference. Here playing in the collegiate, we have the cylinder inside. So see him down there. Maybe possibly could have got it to him, but moving. And, again, too deep. You got to get your foot outside of that key. Be the presence above the block. Anything too deep, they're looking at that as maybe possibly a block.
Elijah Holmes misses the and one opportunity. It is 7-2. The Wolfpack are still leaning on that Jay Washington layup. Big penetration. And an offensive foul this time as the Wolfpack driving player, Henry Hill, still unable to get up. Let's watch this one. What do you think here?
Oh, yeah, he's there. He's clearly there. So the difference in the last one, a little bit of movement, right, on the inside. And then this time, coming back on that one, he was solid place, kind of there with well seconds ahead. You got to just pull up a little floater over the top instead of trying to shoot a big three right there.
Official looked like she was going to call a block at first. As that three goes down, Elijah Holmes knocks down the triple, and the Wolfpack on the sideline, they set up once again, and it looks like that might just be the thing to do in this game since they are kind of back and forth on the calls.
Mm-hmm. And the activity right now, again, this Lincoln program, a lot of those juniors, a lot of those sophomores, and we got another turnover by the Wolfpack. A lot of those kids have been a part of their program and understood the success expected at Lincoln, right? And so when that expectation is planted in you when you're a sophomore, when you're a junior, when it's your time to come, you come ready.
The spin inside and great awareness, turning and still putting that shot up perfectly towards the basket. Lincoln going to get the steal inside the paint, has to get it out close to that 3-second call, drives in, and the offensive foul. Yeah, this one goes the other way.
All day long, Frey. Go ahead and get over that one. Don't argue it. Just go ahead and accept it.
Slid over, a little bit of movement right to left, but it didn't affect the call in the end, and there's the timeout called. It's 12-2 immediately, a 10-point difference in favor of the Lincoln Trojans. One falling down. Charge after charge after charge is what we've seen in the opening 3 minutes. 3 fouls, and they're all charge or blocking. And we were just talking about it. It's the thing to do. Once one call you think is swayed one way or the other team tries to do it. And then when they get that random call too, and it's back and forth, and the team thinks one way, the officials think the other, then the opposing team, it's just a whole nest of possibilities of what could happen. So we both think that it's going to be a lot of charges and blocks.
Well, both teams too have very similar styles. So coming into the game outside of the officials, both teams are like, hey, Lincoln drives very much. Cosumnes Oaks drives a lot. What are we going to do to stop the penetration? The first thing is stop the drive by taking charges.
Lincoln stopped up high. They'll toss it up, and the alley-oop is rejected by the side of the backboard. 3 won't go down either by Taylor Bryant Frey, who is 1 of 3 now from outside. 3 from the corner. Yes, that one's good. Answering there is Andrew Galindo, the 6'2" senior. Beautiful look at that 3 ball. Net caught up, needed to be fixed, so now the Wolfpack can inbound. It's 15-3. First 2 games were neck and neck, and we can assume that it could be that way at the end here. But right now, a 12-point lead for Lincoln, and it looks like they're already trying to showboat.
It's going to be a big-time game. I think if Lincoln continues at this pace, it's going to be a lot for the Wolfpack to respond to. But it's nothing that you can't dig yourself out of. Trust me, the game is about my favorite thing, peaks and valleys, right? Sometimes you're going to be playing really well, and sometimes you're not going to be playing really well.
Fake the 3, dribbles inside a few steps, and misses the jumper. Lincoln will send in a few subs at the next possible moment. Finds an open man, sets up for 3, launches, pogos, and a Wolfpack rebound. This is where the Wolfpack needs to work a little bit more transition buckets. That player, that was Bryant Frey, he came from the top of the court to the bottom just to make that stop. But if you get that pass out and really force it to your player, it's not force, it's speed. Just get it to him quick. It's going to be a lot different for the Wolfpack getting down there offensively.
We see here again, Lincoln. Man-to-man activeness almost creates a turnover.
Offensive rebound, gets a little help from the man down low, and a little fadeaway float won't go. 3, top of the arc. No. Trojans will get this, but a little pep in the Wolfpack step as they got a few offensive rebounds. That ball just needs to start falling.
And you just shoot it out right now. It's only the first quarter. Keep shooting the basketball. Keep shooting the basketball. Keep shooting the basketball.
What was that?
Keep shooting the basketball.
Thank you.
Find it again because you got to shoot those kinks out, right? And then eventually they will fall. Hopefully they'll start falling in a second so you can. But there's still a lot of quarter here, and they got an offensive foul.
I think that goes on Dylan Fanucci. We'll see this 33 down there. Moving screen, definitely shuffling his feet. Cosumnes Oaks, 2-point field goals. This is only through the first 2 games, not that last game that they had. But 46% from the field. Like we said, Lincoln is definitely their toughest opponent by far. Deep 2-ball down the hatch for Jackson Traham. 6'4" sophomore power forward is what they have him listed as.
And this is for sure the biggest lineup for the Wolfpack.
Shared rebound by Cosumnes Oaks, and a wild pass hits the scorer's table. That's not what you need. Take your time. No need to throw that away. And Joey for Columbia College wondering why the ball was going to him.
Good catch and shoot right there. No hesitation. Pull the big away from the basket. Knock it down.
Good movement around the outside. Has a wide open wingman. That was 21, Jaden Wynn. He decides to get easier baskets. It's only a 10-point game, and like you said, they're going to start falling at some point, which is going to bring it a lot closer. So Lincoln, they kind of know that they can't be too showboaty and flashy just to avoid extra turnovers.
Yeah, and Coach Matthews is not going for it anyway. So
6 minutes through, quarter number 1. It's a 10-point lead for the Lincoln Trojans, who now get a steal down low. That is Donez Lindsay. Pass up and the foul from behind, swiping at the ball. Count the basket for Anthony Moore and the foul on Roy Castillo. Look at that.
You got to go bam that out. A lot of continuation on that. A lot. Thought they would have left that on the ground, but I like it from Moore. He's a really special sophomore.
Moore is their leading scorer at 19 points per game. 65% from the free throw line, 15 of 23 through their first 4 games. Substitution coming in for Cosumnes Oaks. That is 15, Chance Moore, another sophomore coming in, and they're quite a young team as well. They do have a few seniors, but it's mostly made up of the junior and sophomore players.
I had last 2 years big senior classes, so it's been in rebuild for the last couple years. Which Cosumnes Oaks Division I school, they got a ton of kids at their school.
Nice dish to the man on the baseline. A good box out as well. Wolfpack has another chance. Floats it up, too much muscle, goes strong side, and here is the Lincoln Trojans with the bad bounce pass as it launches off the legs of Elijah Holmes. Back on the baseline, a collision. Both players getting up rather quickly, but I think Jackson Traham got the most of it. Foul goes on Roy Castillo. Actually, excuse me, they placed that on Jackson Tram. Open man in the corner. He thought about the three, had a lane instead, floats it up with the right hand, a little hook, and Taylor Bryant Frey now with 5 of the 19. Trojan defense makes the stop and goes up with an easy right hand lay, but the miss. How many does he owe for that one? Because that is unacceptable.
He owed me 2 for that one. That one was too wide open, man. He got to get me back on that one, and he's been on this program for a really long time. Senior, you can't miss that wide open layup like that.
He has 5 points now as well. Great share of the ball by the Lincoln Trojans so far for all 21 points. 3 players on the court right now have 5 apiece. That's Galindo, Holmes, and Bryant Frey. Look at that.
Just a miss, but I like the follow, though. It's the follow that really matters when the senior guard, Andrew Galindo, that's the extra little oomph that senior should bring, but everybody, it's never a guaranteed layup, period. So you should anticipate they're going to miss the follow, get you that easy tip in.
Wolfpack has been solid at 5 points for the last 3 minutes. Lincoln at 21. Double team, giving the ball up again. Andrew Malara euros around with the right hand. A little English in the float through as it rattles in.
He just needed a little defense. That was all. He just said, I need a little pressure. I can't make wide open shots. I need a little defense out there.
That's his first bucket of the game, and the Wolfpack has a wide open left hand lay, and that one nearly missed as well. But they finally end their scoring lull. The final few seconds, Lincoln will pull up for 3 to end quarter number 1. They have the 3, and the Wolfpack get it off in time. No. 26-7 in the Lincoln Trojans. The 3 to end the first quarter, putting the exclamation point at the end of the first 8. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your DJ Trev Entertainment, your in-house DJ for the day. For the Duel in the Dome, it's the inaugural Duel in the Dome. Hopefully we'll have this for years to come, and it's been great so far. We're on game number 3 out of 6 on the day. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and Lauren Giddy Goodman is with me, the #1 color commentator in NorCal Sports TV, undisputed.
Undisputed. It's by far none. I'm glad that I have that title.
We all agree with it. So this one is last touched by, we will see in just a moment as the officials have a conference about who gets this. But 26-7, and Coach Claude Parkin is standing by us, and he is an assistant coach for the Sonora Wildcats. We will see in game number 6. And they're playing a D1 matchup of Downey, who has train rolled every single opponent that they've had. But I asked him, do you want to play Lincoln after seeing this amazing start against Cosumnes Oaks? And he said, yes, absolutely. We need to play every single high division team we have a chance to play. So maybe Lincoln, Sonora might have a matchup. Count the basket and the foul. Lincoln going through every hand slap, every foul.
The kid is balling, period. Good cross, good strong move to the rim, and the length matters. He just powers through that one and gets the finish. Castillo picks up his second.
Moore misses the and one attempt. Cosumnes Oaks still trying to get into it. The previous 2 games, we saw the same thing as the putback is there for Donna's Lindsay. Good follow-up. Like you said, every single time it may look like a giveaway basket, but they're following up every chance that they have.
And that's another turnover for the Wolfpack. Good offense right there. Ball never touched the ground. Got to call a timeout.
Cosumnes Oaks calls it 32-7, and we'll stay here as Lincoln Trojans. They're not very flashy so far. They had 1 attempt at an alley-oop, but since then they've been getting their work done offensively, defensively. They're making the stops. They're getting the baskets. They're following up, and that's what's really made the difference in the game because Lincoln, they could have 20 points right now, and it could be a 13-point difference, but Cosumnes Oaks, their offense not really getting work yet.
Not at all, and then you see there just easy buckets from the program, being able to do what they need to do. Not really working too hard, but if you're the Wolfpack right now, let's take care of the basketball and stop beating yourself. You got 8 turnovers in the first half. Can't happen. And Lincoln is literally firing on all cylinders. They're not going to slow up. They're not going to babysit you. They're not going to hold your hand. So it's pivotal that they be able to be aware right now because we might have our first blowout in the Dome.
Now, how does the Lincoln, just in a quick sentence for me, how does the Lincoln defense stop the 2-point field goal ball well?
Well, Lincoln, one, is their pressure. Their pressure is infectious, and this is something that, again, Coach Matthews has been running for forever. That Lincoln program is really locked in, and again, look, another turnover. It's the defense that they're applying at the 94 feet level that's allowing them to have this significant lead.
3 on the way. That one battles its way out with an offensive rebound. Poked out, but last touch by Andrew Galindo. But the reason why I ask about the pressure and the defense stopping that 2-point field goal ball is because Cosumnes Oaks is 46% from mid-range inside the arc on 25 of 54 attempts. And this was just in their first 2 games. But the 3 ball, they've attempted only 13 times, and they've only made 3. And so when you're getting stopped inside, you're forced to move that ball out and take a lot more 3-point attempts just because you're getting stopped. And that one, a lot of contact, no fouls or anything. Wolfpack will get this one here. But like I was saying, that 3-ball, Cosumnes Oaks might just have to shoot because they're getting stopped inside when they're a really good 2-point shooting team.
Well, even getting stops inside, it's past that at this point. It's getting the ball past half court. Take care of the pressure, beat the press break. Press breaks are as simple as possible, and we reiterate that over and over and over with our players, but it's executing it is the problem.
The drive down, the float, count the basket, and Lincoln's wondering where the charge is at there, and that's the first time we've seen the charge since the opening first 4 minutes.
Yeah, you're not getting that one, though.
I should say attempt at a charge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're not getting that one, though. I think right now the lead is too significantly high for them to go down that route. So that was a good no call.
Trying to do everything to get inside, and that one's put down the hatch by Henry Hill. Lincoln mid-range 15-footer down as Lindsay.
And Lindsay is on fire. 8 points this quarter alone.
A little bit of defensive pressure getting back. 2 men down there. The wraparound. And the Trojans, they're wondering why they're not getting fouls. And like you said, you're not getting it right now. The lead is too large and all that. And, yeah, I think they're focusing a little too much on that.
Any 50-50 question marks, they're not going to call right now. Drop a dime. Ooh.
Jay Washington was down here tying his shoe, didn't get back on offense, so it's 4 against 5 in favor of the Trojans. And then luckily he was just back here to make the stop. And how many does he owe for that one?
Man,
please?
listen, the big fella, we're gonna have to take that off air just because you've been grabbing the rim. Let's go get one. Oh, my.
Another miss, and the putback's good, and he's kind of frustrated with himself
that
he missed it.
It's the Dome.
It's the Dome. 4 minutes to play in quarter number 2, and the Trojans stomping on the Wolfpack. one falling down. The Oak Pavilion is home to the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, which right now, according to Signal the Light Hoot, ran by John Bonham Jr., has Columbia ranked at number 1 in NorCal, but I think in the entire state they're number 7 or number 8, so right now SoCal is running the JUCO League. But Columbia, number 1 in NorCal. They play here on Monday at 3 p.m. You can watch it live on NorCal Sports TV or come and check out the Claim Jumpers live. You don't want to miss it. And you talked about how they keep missing layups, and it might just be the Dome because Columbia keeps getting home win after home win, and everybody who's visiting just can't seem to take a win over them.
Man, this is a special place. Got to cover Columbia a couple years ago. Great hospitality here, great arena to play in, and just giving these high school kids this opportunity is pretty dope. But Columbia basketball has made an resurgence in the last few years, and it's really good. Anything NorCal, I'm all about it.
We actually broadcasted the Columbia Classic last year together, and that was a few games here that they do at the beginning of every single season with a few JUCO teams. It's like both teams are starting to struggle now.
But this is because Coach Matthews is deep in his bench right now, which I respect. Get those young guys and get those other players some opportunities to get some looks. And as well as CO's been struggling all day. The struggle's not going to stop just because Lincoln makes some rotations. They are this deep for a reason. He has a 15-man roster. And he's almost rotated everybody in thus far in the game. So, Coach doing what he does best.
42 points with a little left to play in the second quarter. You called overtime in the first game as that beautiful shot falls through for Henry Hill. Fade away off to the right side, launching it up and getting the luck as it drops through. He now has 5 points for the Wolfpack. But you called the overtime early on in game number 1. I want a yes or no answer. I want a definitive answer. Will we see triple digits from Lincoln?
Tonight? No, I think Coach will. I think we'll see high scoring, but I think Coach will keep it respectful and get his rotation in more than anything because it's pivotal right now to not waste time when you're on the floor. Let's maximize it.
84 points is the most they've had in a game, and that was against Antelope 1 week ago today at the Titan Holiday Classic. And multiple bodies hitting the deck. Here's Hill from 15, won't get his jumper to go. Lincoln with a full head of steam. It's Taylor Bryant Frey.
Oh, one more.
The wraparound, a body bump, and moving towards the shooting player is Henry Hill, who picks up foul number 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this rate, Hill is going to foul out.
And Hill, he did do the right thing with putting his hand straight up and down in the air. The issue was that he was running completely towards number 30, Riley Ciador, who was shooting.
He's initiated too much contact right there.
Few more subs. 2 for the Wolfpack and 3 for the Trojans. Xavier Crawford will come in. Dylan Gonzalez and Donis Lindsay also re-enters, one of the 5 starters for Lincoln, back on the court. And then 1 for the shooter will come in now. It's Isaiah Dixon, the junior shooting guard. Good ball movement by the Wolfpack and rejected at the basket. That is Dylan Fanucci putting a full hand on the ball. Pick it up, kick it out. 3 on the way. No. Offensive rebound. A good fight for Fanucci. He's getting bumped underneath all the time, and a lot of fans calling for 3 in the key as Lincoln puts it down to Dylan Gonzalez. .48-14 A decent pass down to the baseline by Manny Gonzalvo, but nobody's really paying attention. It's Dalen Jones, 6'2"
Good bucket by
senior.
Jones right there. Good hang time. I like the finish.
The handoff, the drive, takes his time, and the stop. Jump ball forced by Jones.
There's been a lot of offense here, but you can see good hang, show and go.
Finucci reeled back that arm too, cocked it back, and totally went for the block. Isaiah Dixon, the three to put the Lincoln Trojans over 50.
And this is what the scary part is. They made subs, and all of their subs have gotten on the book. It's a scary program right here, and when you have that type of depth, you know, you don't have to worry about anything but keeping the home cooking right in Stockton.
Swing court, three, way too much. Lincoln will let that one go out, and the shot clock has a 2-second difference, and here's the three.
Deep ball, too. Got him. Put your hand up, young fella. I'm about to disrespect you. Oh, what are we? We're the Wolfpack right now. We got to do a better job of finding our man, playing better defense, and there's no need to gamble. Find your man, guard him. Wow.
Three from the corner again, battles its way out. Finucci fighting for offensive rebounds. Wolfpack grabs the ball, slides halfway across the court. And here in the final 10 seconds, the Wolfpack has a chance to add another basket.
And Finucci, a 6'6" freshman.
Push by Dylan Gonzalez. That's foul number 1. So the Wolfpack has 4 seconds to inbound, get a shot off, and add to their total of 16. And the official actually talking to one of the spectators.
And one of the more impressive things today in this ball game, Lincoln, just one turnover. Yeah, I like it. You know, young lady, stand up for yourself. You know, sometimes comments come to the women officials more than others.
That would have been a wild way to end the first half, but the end of 16 minutes, Lincoln Trojans 51, Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack 16, and not a lot to unpack, but what do you think?
If you consume Oaks, you better get in this locker room and have some real heart-to-heart conversations, because you need to pull your head out of your behind and get it together, period.
That's DJ Trev, our in-house DJ. Come by the Oak Pavilion if you are close. We still have 3 games after this. It's the Duel in the Dome on NorCal Sports TV.
All the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This is a commercial. From the video to the sounds of nature, the music, the words on the screen, the transitions, me, the voice saying these words. This is a commercial. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. They make commercials like this one.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
One falling down.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
All the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids and also really foster his independence, meet new people, And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This is a commercial. From the video to the sounds of nature, the music, the words on the screen, the transitions, me, the voice saying these words. This is a commercial. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. They make commercials like this one.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. Duel in the Dome, brought to you by NorCal Sports TV, hosted by the Sonora Wildcats. This is game number 3 in the Lincoln Trojans, a D1 school, against Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack, a D2 school, and the Lincoln Trojans proving why they are at that number 1 division. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and of course, it's Lauren Goody Goodman.
Well, we had a all Lincoln first half basketball, so let's see if the Wolfpack want to play right now. It's a big part of having respect for yourself, competing, and having a decorum about yourself, for surely. I don't see Coach Kreit here tonight, but I know hopefully he's watching at home and expecting his team to at least have some heart and some effort. Those are things you can control. Come out and play hard.
It's not very often a team is missing their head coach, but how much of an impact does it make not having him here?
I think the normalcy of the voice is consistent, but what you learn is easy bucket right there for Lindsey. He keeps on his scoring prowess, but the Wolfpack program is collectively coached, so it's not too much far of a drop-off, but it is a difference when that stern voice or that top voice is in your ear.
Wolfpack getting off to a good start with the bucket by Dalen Jones. He was a little active in the first half with 2 buckets of his own, and there's a foul on the other end.
And Jones just keeping it consistent, giving us a bucket or something every quarter thus far, but the Wolfpack got to dig themselves out of this hole they've created for themselves.
(55-18) at the end of the half. It was 51-16, and I asked you early on about the triple-digit mark, if we will hit that or not, and you said no, for multiple reasons.
I think Coach Matthews getting here close as we see another turnover by the Wolfpack. He's going to start rotating, and as he rotates more players in, you'll see a difference in discrepancy of score. You'll probably see him take that press off as well. Easy call for the official. Easy call.
He finally got that call. He's been asking for it all game. Anthony Moore, he's probably set up about 10 times, and this one finally pays off.
Mm-hmm.
Moving around the outside, it looks like Lincoln trying to set up something a little different than what we've seen. And that time, getting strong to the rack, a little pushed off to the right side, but adding to his 14-point total is Anthony Moore.
Easy. And you'll see some rotations. This is how coaches do it. You'll see Moore come out. You'll see some of these bigger time players, Holmes, come out. Jesus, even Lindsey's playing phenomenal right now. So you probably see that starting group coming out, and you see just the power, I'm bigger than you type move. But at the same time, the question posed in the prior games is, when is it over? And the adjustment right now is, for Coach Matthews, when will he pull the dogs off? You know what I mean? He knows when he has a significant lead. He is not trying to demoralize the players or anything like that. He's not that type of coach. We see Moore getting an easy layup again. At some point, he's going to call the dogs off. And so that, if not in this third quarter, it will definitely be in the fourth.
That is Donna's Lindsey. Him and Anthony Moore, the two sophomore players on the Lincoln Trojan roster, and right now showing up big. Two of the starters as well. So
just to think they had that loaded roster the last couple years, and then you come back with two sophomores.
Three from the corner, short, and still following the ball is Taylor Bryant Frey, who's now double-teamed underneath and caught with the jump. Looks like the official talking to one of the Wolfpack players, Dalen Jones, just a little extra afterwards.
Yeah, no need for chippiness. A big part of it is frustration, as we saw the official talking to some fans in the first half. So, you just want to manage the anger that typically comes in blowouts. Good hustle by the Wolfpack. A
little pull to the ground. I saw it around the hip, but officials let this one play out. Push it to the left side with Bryant Frey. Three. Yes!
Got him.
Throws the arc, gets the bullseye. Taylor Bryant Frey, the senior guard, showing up. 8 points.
And again, the type of player I am, the type of coach I was, is you got to be able – I want to see who got heart right now. Like, I want to see how my team, if I'm the Wolfpack, how are they going to play right now down by this significant amount of points? How are they going to respond? All those type of things.
Corner three for the Wolfpack, and that one rattles out. A little frustrated, and exactly what you were talking about. Who has the heart after he missed that three? One of the players on the bench had to push him forward and say, get back in that game, as Malara hits his three.
And then Millar comes back and hits a three. So that's that's the response right there. How do you respond? And that probably was his player. So, again, get out of your own head. You're losing. You're losing significantly. Let's accept that, okay? That's the first piece. Then the second piece is I got to show who I am right now as a player. How I make my team better, how I execute to be good for my team. That's a travel. And the series of frustration plays continue. Just make the extra pass. And again, Lincoln, the things that I want to see from Lincoln right now is discipline within a blowout. Because, again, there was no need for Holmes to help right there, but he's not being disciplined right now because he's not playing a good team. So stay in the corner, because that should have been an easy kick to the corner. But it's little things like that. Good backdoor cut.
A whole new 5 on the court for the Trojans. 69-18 is where we stand halfway through quarter three.
And it's okay with the platoon sub when you're subbing in players.
Trip by Zeke Wales. That's foul number 2 on him.
But when you're bringing in players like Galindo, who has 10 off the bench, and a couple of those other players that could be instrumental to right now, it's just the depth. That's just so impressive by Lincoln.
Trap baseline, swings it across, and the man he was passing to went and sent a screen.
Oh.
Pass up court, splits the legs, trips him up. Ball still goes into the Trojans' favor, and the rejection then put right back in. Getting on the ball was Kendall Brown, and that ball went right back up, and a hurt Trojan limps towards the sideline. Injury timeout will take a closer look. 2 players being hit. He couldn't quite get that injured player, but he flew towards the sideline,
they
sitting
ran
down
into
in
each
there,
other.
checking on him. Is that Zeke Wales?
I want to say it is.
Yeah.
And when nothing's going for you, it's no energy to give right now if you're Cosumnes Oaks, and they played flat. I totally get it. Play flat, but you got to come out here and want to take advantage of the opportunity.
3 from Gonzalvo. That misses, and it's Trojan ball.
And when it rains, it pours, baby.
Nothing is going for the ways of the Wolfpack. Of course, they want to travel now. I agreed with him, but not going to get every call, of course.
Some of them, and officials don't have to agree. But I feel like they have a heart, they have a level of compassion. Not that they're trying to throw completely the game off, right? But they kind of let some calls go. And they don't officiate as rigorous, should I say, depending on what's going on in the game. Because also those stops and those delays make the game longer. So you also want to have a natural flow and natural continuity within the game. So they're just being mindful of it. When it's obsessive, they'll call it. When it's not, they'll probably let them play. Oh, good find. Ooh.
Hard foul there by Dalen Jones. Did stop the ball from going through. Quite a bit of contact, but he had to help on the opposite side. He was originally guarding Brent Bermudez and then having to go turn his body because he saw the ball fly by him and then go to the opposite end. It's not easy making the stop without fouling, and it showed there. Isaiah Dixon gets number 1 and a sub for Wesley Flowers. Damian Jones comes out. Dalen Jones, excuse me. Two of 2 for Isaiah Dixon. I was reminded, fourth quarter, 40-point difference will be a running clock as the Trojans get ready for a whole new 5. The open man, deep 3 ball. That one battles out again, and he's frustrated with his shooting abilities because he knows that they should be going in. But it's just centimeters of difference of making a miss. Trojans this time at another triple, and right now Isaiah Dixon is on fire. He has 8 points, and here come the Trojans 5 as we head to a break. 76-18. (76-18). The Trojans lead the Wolfpack in the duel in the Dome. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and she is Lauren Goody Goodman. We still got plenty of game time here for game number 3, but coming up next, a great matchup. We thought the first 2 games were good, but this one, Atwater, Sac High, 2 of the top teams in the 209, battling it out on the collegiate court of Columbia College.
The Dragons reemergence, great story. We'll save it for their game, but can't wait to see those 2 teams battle at it.
Fanucci down low, freshman, 6'6".
He needs to get a bucket.
And we talked about Adonis Lindsay and Anthony Moore, the two sophomores for Lincoln, had all these great players. They graduated. Then you get two sophomores that go into your starting lineup immediately. How about Fanucci? He came off the bench. He's a freshman at 6'6", but he's made a huge difference in the game. One, rebounding offensively, defensively, and just getting points down low. That's something that they need, and they got it.
Yeah, most definitely. You don't get a lot of 6'6" freshmen, especially not out of Stockton, California, but getting that blessing, especially with somebody like Bryant Frey, who can lead him as a veteran senior post player. He got a lot to learn, but deep ball. Appreciate it, seeing the ball go on the rim. Go ahead and smile.
Roy Castillo got that bucket to fall. That's his first points of the game. Three-corner short. Fanucci put back good. And some of the fans, it's hard being a spectator and watching the game. Sometimes some of those things being let go. As Fanucci gets a rejection. But it's hard being a spectator sometimes and watching some of the things be let go, despite it being a 60-point game. You still kind of want them to be called because that's the integrity of the game.
Parent eye is always right.
That's true. Parent goggles. Got those parent goggles on.
Uh-oh.
Fanucci reaching back for it. Clock stopped at 1, and it's Wolfpack ball.
And he's upset. I like the response from the freshman. It has nothing to do with the score. He's not trying to blow it out or run it up. But his job is to catch the ball when it's dished to him and finish with authority.
And that does it for three quarters. We still got 8 to play. It's 81-21, a running clock when we come back.
Praise God for the running clock.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building.
80-21, the Lincoln Trojans leading the Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack. Fourth quarter started, and once again, a 40-point lead is a running clock in high school basketball. So Trojans, if they want to hit that 100 mark like we talked about a few times, they'll have to do it with that running clock, and they have 20 points to go. And they start off well, 20 seconds, 2 points.
With dimes like that, it may come to fruition.
Coming up next, we have Atwater Sac High. That's the next game for the Duel in the Dome, but also the Calaveras Redhawks have entered the building. They've been making a scene in the Motherlode League. Last year, they beat out Sonora for the Motherlode League title in their third matchup of the season, where Sonora beat Calaveras once, Calaveras beat Sonora the other time, and then they had to battle it out. So they have just entered the building, and they're making that statement to be the number one team again and make a chance at that division title game. They'll play Tracy after Atwater Sac High. The Wolfpack now, you talked about that heart, and it's coming out, but stepping on the sideline is Kendall Brown, who turns it back over.
I like it from Brown. I like the activity. He has good size on him, too. So he got to continue to fight. That's what you want to see in a ball game like this. You got to continue to play. Brown trying to give something to his team right now. Just a junior, but these are learning lessons, right? Everybody's going to learn something in this game about themselves.
Chase down, rebound by the junior Dylan Gonzalez. Keep the ball with the Lincoln Trojans. Three from the left wing. This one a low arc, and it battles out to the Wolfpack.
Deep ball, just not able to go in right there. And almost turnover. Wolfpack hold it on some type of way there.
Chance Moore, good way to keep going through the contact the ball and get that back for the Wolfpack. It's 82-21. Here's the Trojans with the baseline. Kick back out.
Good recovery from the Wolfpack. I like it.
Quarter three, no. Good stop from Wesley Flowers. We've seen him twice in the game.
That was a good, strong move.
Here come the Wolfpack once more. Pulls up from 15, got it. It's Roy Castillo.
Castillo trying to put something together for his team. Just 5 points on the night. But he's been playing hard consistently the whole game, defensively, whatever that looks like. He's just been a hard player for his team.
Flowers had some contact there, and no whistles blown, of course. You talked about it. Just keep that game flow moving. Not enough to really blow the whistle for. And it's got to be hard for the officials, too, because they see it. They see it as much as us. So it's kind of hard to probably be an official and say, oh, that's not a foul right now. Doing that mental mind of, okay, it's a 60-point game. We can't call everything. It's not easy not calling those.
It's discretionary on every bump anyway, though.
Right.
It's discretion on every bump. Some bumps they call, some bumps they don't. Some officials see you being aggressive. Some call it for the person that's not being aggressive. It's just a crew that gets together, and that's a good shot. Castillo, again.
Trojans keep finding the open player with great passes, too.
And they got to call that one. Got to call that one. That was a little extra. But at the same time, I like the energy. Something about that running clock got everybody eager to play a little bit harder. And you know, the conversation is, especially looking back at film, like, hey, we had some good sparks in the fourth. We may have had some good sparks even in the third. But we got to be able to capitalize that, do that early, not dig such a deep hole for ourselves. But you're going to see energy in the next 3 minutes that you're like, man, Wolfpack, you guys got to play like that the whole game. So we know when they go back and talk film and review things, that's going to be one of the conversations they have. Good block!
Fanucci rejected by Flowers. It's a beautiful stop, and we've only seen limited minutes from him. He's a little bit more aggressive than some of the other players that we've seen, but he does know where he's at as Fanucci gets the putback, too. Looking at the Lincoln Trojans, what they've done so far, they're 5-0, going to be 6-0 after this win against Cosumnes Oaks. They play Bear Creek next out of Stockton, and then they'll be at the Rancho Mirage Holiday Classic right after Christmas for 4 days. When they move on to league, they play some tougher teams as West, Modesto Christian, Tracy, who we will see also today, St. Mary's, and Lodi, and Tokay. I missed a few there. That's what is coming up for them. Their league will start on January 6th against West. What do you expect for them, Lauren?
For Lincoln? Oh, I expect them to try to go back, and I know they lost in the semis last year. San Joaquin section for Division I. They had some controversy games on the boys and the girls side, or I want to say they lost in the second round. Lincoln fans, don't kill me. But definitely wanted to go longer than they did last year. They have a rich playoff history, so I expect them to do the same thing, if not win league this year, because I really don't see anybody out of those teams we just mentioned. We'll get to see Tracy tonight, but out of that, I don't see anybody competing with a 15-deep roster like this who can score on all clips.
Jump ball called on the timeline, midcourt. Final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Now looking at the Wolfpack. They haven't had as much experience with gameplay than Lincoln has. This is Lincoln's 6th game and only the Wolfpack's 4th. But they were perfect coming into the game. They had a 70-30 win over Burbank, 83-37 win over Buhack Colony, and then 71-46 win over Kennedy. Moving on for them, they'll play Inderkum and Ponderosa next within the upcoming days right before Christmas. And then they have a few games right before and after Christmas that are to be announced still. But then when they start their league play, they play in the Delta League, which is the Sac Joaquin Section Division II. They play Franklin, Manteca, Pleasant Grove, Davis, Jesuit, and those are their league opponents.
Delta League is the second strongest league in the San Joaquin section. Majority of them probably going D1 or D2 at a high clip. So it doesn't get easier after playing Inderkum, who went to the semifinals. They played Sheldon last year and lost at home, so they returning a lot from Inderkum, and then as well as Ponderosa. They were the number 2 team in the section for a very long time before they lost in the first round, which they were, I think, the only undefeated team going into the playoffs and lost in the first round, which shocked a lot of people. But they're playing 2 tough programs before they get into the very deep, gaunted Delta League.
Well, entering the fourth quarter, which was a running 8-minute clock, Lincoln had 80 points, and right now they've been held to 7. Of course, that's a running clock and not like super official. But they did get held to only a few points as the Wolfpack now gets fouled, and that should do us unless they're going to allow them to shoot those free throws.
They're going to give them these 2, and I think they're going to clear the bench.
All right, now what did you see out of this? You said it's going to be hard for Lincoln to lose, especially in league with their 15 deep roster, and that everyone played just about equally throughout it. But what about the Wolfpack?
Wolfpack got to go back to the drawing board. I think I saw a lot out of Washington. Castillo played really well. They're working together, which is the biggest thing for them. But it's just going back to the drawing board and rebuilding. They're 3-1 now. So taking care of business, go back home, figure things out, and then play hard going forward.
Duel in the Dome continues next on NorCal Sports TV as it's Atwater, Sac High. Stay tuned.